YouTube, what's going on? Man, I am so stoked. Guess what this week is? The last week of the trainer truck. Thank you, Jesus. I've done 4.5 total weeks of training. After this week's over. So I'm only on 3.5 weeks right now. Because Thanksgiving break cut one of my weeks in half. So I've had a total of 4.5 weeks of training, and I feel pretty good about that. I suggest you guys do the same. I had heard through the grapevine, I don't know how true this is, that the company that I work for, Maverick Transportation, I heard through the grapevine that they're cutting their minimum requirement down to 2 weeks after the new year. So in 2020, you only have to have 2 weeks of training. There is no freaking way I would go out there with only 2 weeks of training, but that's just me. I did this week. So I was in a construction zone. We were delivering to a college in Virginia, and they pulled us into this little tiny road. And then they said, once I got in there and got parked with the load, they said, "Oh man, we put you on the wrong side of the building. We have to back you up into the highway for real, and put you on the other side of the building." So I was like, man, this sucks, you know. But what are you going to do? So they got 2 flaggers out there with flags and vests and stuff to stop traffic, or there's no way I would have backed out on that road ever without that. And it was dark out. It was like 6 in the morning. It was still dark out. And what had happened was I pulled up and off to the right side of the road as far as I could, because the truck took up the whole road, and it was a 2-way lane where they were coming in and out of this construction zone. Unbeknownst to me, I had no clue. And I even got out of the truck and walked around for a minute to kind of look at where I was sitting. There was this dark brown sign about knee height right up against the truck. And when I put it in reverse, I heard it scrape. My heart dropped. If you want to text me, hit me up, 937-609-2186, 937-609-2186. We can answer any of your questions that you have about trucking, getting into trucking, how to get your CDL, Maverick Transportation, that's who I drive for. You can also reach out to me by email at bambamfreud@gmail.com. That's BAMBAMFREUD@gmail.com. Check out my website at 3g-life.com. That's 3g-life.com, and you can reach out to me on that website as well. I've got some cool budgeting forms for you geeks out there who want to get control of your money and be a boss with your money. And I've also got some personality profiles on there for you to take. Those are pretty cool if you want to check those out. So listen, God bless. Love y'all. Stay out of trouble this week. Talk to you next week. After I get my own truck, I'm going to get a GoPro, and we're going to do some badass trucking filming. So stay tuned. It's coming. I promise you, we're going to do securement videos and all kinds of other stuff. Love you guys. You got to set your mind on a long-term goal. If you want anything out of life that's worth having, just reverse engineer that shit. Reverse engineer just means that you find your goal, you know what it is, you set it, and you figure out backwards how to get there. So like I did this when I paid off debt. I was $40,000 in debt. I had X amount of extra money every month. I knew if I took that extra money, how many months it'd take me to pay it off. It was too long. So I figured out a plan with the amount of months that I wanted to pay it off, and I reverse engineered a plan, paid off all my debt, in order to keep savings. It translates to anything in life. You got to reverse engineer. So maybe you want to come out here and drive trucks. You don't know how to get started. You don't have your CDL. Well, your goal is to get out here and drive trucks. Set a date, set a goal, and then reverse engineer. Call me. Call any one of these YouTubers out here who drive trucks. Reverse engineer it. Talk to us. Make a plan. Get it done. And I'm just using trucks as an example. Maybe you don't want to drive trucks. Maybe you already drive trucks. Set a goal and reverse engineer your way there. So you just got to reverse engineer your way to success. That's how it works in life. I know you can. But you got to set a goal, and you just got to keep it in front of you. You got to envision yourself where you want to be. What's it going to be like? What's it going to be like to have that debt paid off? What's it going to be like to love someone again? What's it going to be like to drive? Just do you. Do what you want to do. I see these people on Instagram, Facebook all the time, and all they're always talking about, I want to work, I want passive income, and I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 either. But shit, I'm a blue collar worker and I'm proud of it. And I made that choice because I wasn't always like that. And I'm going to run my own trucking business one day. And maybe it's going to be 1 truck. Maybe it's going to be 5 trucks. But I'm just being me. Just do you. That's what I want you to do. Set a goal. Reverse engineer that shit. Get some help if you need to. Make a plan. Keep that long-term vision in your mind and just go after it. Just do you. Just do you. And be true to yourself. But Brandon, don't you want to relax some? You deserve a break. No, work is my relaxation. I'm building something. I'm building wealth. I'm building a business. I'm getting experience. I'm setting goals and knocking them out. I'm building my life the way I want it, and I want you to do the same. Whatever that is. So you just do you, and you don't worry about what other people think. There's 3 reasons that people won't do what they want in life. 1 is they don't know where to start or how to start. 2 is that they're afraid of what others think. And 3 is that they won't do the work. And if you just won't do the work, then I guess you got 2 options. 1 is you find a strong reason why, and you start doing work, and then dig deep and get it done. Or 2, just don't do the work. Get by as best as you can the way you are now. Don't live out of your heart, but I'll tell you that that'll be harder in the long run than just rolling up your sleeves and doing the work.